Hey, the topic of discussion today is bullying, which is a more serious topic than my last two videos. But I'm pretty much just gonna share my story with you guys, and maybe you can relate to some of the stuff. Hope you like it. So, pretty much, I've been bullied since it's possible for somebody to get bullied, like kindergarten, first day of school, it happens. So most of the names I get called, just the obvious names. Fat. I mean, I'm not skinny. I get called fat. I get called ugly. I get called a loser. I mainly, nowadays, I get called a prep or a snob or a bitch because I'm a cheerleader. And, people think that, people just judge me by the way I look. I don't wear name brand clothes, so to the people that wear name brand clothes, I'm trashy. And then to the people that don't wear name brand clothes, when I do wear nicer clothes, they're like, oh, that person's rich, don't talk to that person because they're gonna stick their nose up at you. I'm not like that. So pretty much the world thinks that I'm the kind of person that just will get close to somebody and then I'll turn my back on them or I'll start drama with them, stuff like that. And honestly, I have had the same best friend since kindergarten, and then my other best friend I've known since the middle of 6th grade. I'm in 8th now. So it's I've had the same best friends. People just turn their, everybody knows. Obviously you go through friends, that's nothing weird or abnormal about you. Everybody goes through friends when they're growing up, but those just are the two that have happened to stay by me, and the other ones, you know how it is. They get too good for you. They think a better offer comes along. But don't ever let that make you feel like you're less than, you deserve a worse friend than that, or you deserve, you deserve everything you think you do. Don't ever let yourself get down. Don't ever think that you're not worth a good friend just because people turn their back on you. That's how people are. You can't help it. That's just how they're going to be, and it's not your fault. There's nothing wrong with you. That's just how it is. And another thing, I want you all to know that if you get called fat or ugly or anything, you're probably not. It's just something people say because they know it's going to hurt you. And you may say, no, it doesn't hurt me. I'm fine. That's a lie. That's just a common lie that everybody uses. I say it doesn't hurt me. I make jokes out of it. I pretend everything's fine, and it's not. I know how it is. You go home and you cry, and you sit in your room and cry and don't know what to do. And there's only very few people that know you're like that. And trust me, the people that are bullying you know it's getting to you, and that's why they continue to do it. So try, I know it's not going to work, but try your hardest to not let it get to you, because that's all the people want. That's all they want, and you can't give them what they want. That's just giving in to them. That's, And another branch of bullying, I'm going to say, is labeling. People label people all the time. Like I said, the whole me being a cheerleader, I can kind of see where they get the whole I'm a prep or whatever, but I'm not a snob. I never act better than anybody else. Look at my room. And I just I don't know. And the whole word, the emo word, I do use that word. I label people emo, but I label people emo if I know that they're emotional. Emo is just short for the word emotional. Just because somebody dresses in dark clothes and stuff doesn't mean you should call them emo. You don't know if they're emotional or if they're not. And that sounds kind of weird to say, but it's the truth. People that listen to Screamo, for instance, to some of you preps out there, to some of you people that think you're better than everybody else, people who listen to Screamo and stuff like that, they're not scary people. That's just the kind of music they listen to. I personally don't listen to death metal, but I do listen to metal. Not that Bring Me the Horizon. I like them. I like Sleeping with Sirens. I like 3 Days Grace. You know, Simple People, but and Black Veil Brides, I like them too. But we're not gonna get into that. That's a completely different story. But anyways, don't let people judge you and say that you're something just because of the way you dress or your friends. Even your friends shouldn't make up who you are. You're your own person. And if somebody's judging you for your friends or for how you dress or for what kind of music you listen to or for even something as simple as what color your hair is, like, they're not worth your time. They shouldn't have the right to get to you because you're your own person. Do what makes you happy, because in the end, that's all that matters. So yeah, that's what I think in this whole shenanigans. But I don't know. All I have to say for all you guys is try to just don't ever bully back, because it's just gonna backfire on you. If somebody's bullying you or something, just like let it be. Don't. I mean, obviously, if it's bad, you need to tell somebody. As much as you don't want to be a snitch. You need to tell somebody. I don't mean go to your school counselor or go to a teacher. I mean, you need to tell friends or something so they're there to support you and so you have somebody to talk to, like, about it. Because if you bottle it all up and keep it all in, that's not safe, and it's gonna end in other things. Like, you're gonna start self-harming and start taking, like, drugs and things. I've seen it happen to so many people, and I know that's a result of bullying for a lot of people. So, if somebody self-harms, that's one thing. If they're doing it because they really feel like they have the need to, that's fine. But the people who cover it and, like, deny it and don't tell anybody, those are the ones that are really self-harming and really do need help. Not the ones that go around and show it to everybody and say, look what I did last night. I cut myself. Like, I understand you may be going through a hard time, but nobody thinks that you're really going through a hard time if you're going around showing it to everybody and bragging about it. That just makes it seem like you just want attention. And there are a lot of people that do it for attention, don't get me wrong. But not everybody does it for attention. Some people truly do need help. So, my message to you, my final point here is, if you see somebody trying to cover self-harms or anything, you know, cutting, whatever you want to call it, anybody who's done that, anybody who seems like they've been quieter around school, or, like, you know, anybody who just seems like they're going through a hard time, be their friend. Go up to them, say hi, maybe try to make friends with them, because you never know what they're going through, and you could be the reason that they don't go home and cut again, or they don't go home and cry that night. You could be the reason they go home and smile. So, just think about that. Try to be the bigger person and try to be there for everybody. And as for you, keep your head up. You're beautiful, and don't let it get to you. So, that's what I have to say about bullying.